What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel, check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to Ric Bucher, man, he's I like his commentary when it comes to LeBron James, man, because he is one of the guys who always, in my opinion, he just honest and upfront with LeBron James, right? And if LeBron James had somebody, a person like Ric Bucher in his camp who would just keep it, just tell LeBron James what he needs to hear instead of what LeBron James want to hear, then a lot of the mistakes that LeBron James have made throughout his career, he would not be making that, he wouldn't have made, right? And so in this latest interview, or this interview that I'm about to play now, Ric Bucher goes into speaking about how LeBron James he always puts stories out there when his team loses or when they fall short in the playoffs, right? Which I think is not necessary. Number one, the fans and people who know basketball, they see right through it, and it's just not a good look. You know, for some reason, I think LeBron James think that he is necessary for him to always control the narrative, and with him trying to control the narrative, I think he makes himself look even worse, than what it makes him look like somebody who's just a front runner. It makes him look like somebody who's just trying to make excuses for his downfalls, right? And in the long run, it just don't serve a good purpose for LeBron. So Ric Bucher was talking about this, and he brought up some good points that I want to listen to right now, and I want to come back and add my input.
Why is it, seemingly, that when a season ends in a sweep, we get some after the fact story about LeBron? In 2018, after getting swept in the finals by the Warriors, he comes out to the press conference with his hand in a cast, and it is revealed that he supposedly broke his hand after game one, but played the subsequent 3 games with it.
I remember that. I remember LeBron James coming with that cast after the game. And again, people just did not buy that. Like throughout that series, it wasn't like he was playing and people say, "Oh, LeBron James don't look like himself." He didn't look like he was compensating. He didn't look like he was playing hurt or anything. And then, he comes out with a cast on and says that, now he's talking about how he played 3 games with a broken hand.
Now, after being swept by the Oklahoma City Thunder, we get a story, sources close to LeBron providing the juiciest details, that LeBron felt the organization didn't appreciate how he accepted being the third option behind Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves, or that when Doncic and Reeves went down, he stepped up and helped lead them past the Rockets in the first round. As if Luke Kennard, Rui Hachimura, Marcus Smart, and DeAndre Ayton didn't all step up to beat a Rockets team that was exposed when Kevin Durant was available for only 1 game in the series.
Marcus Smart and Roy Hachimura, especially Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart really stepped up in that Houston series. But this has been LeBron James's pattern the whole time. Like he's not really, he don't acknowledge the help that he get from his teammates no more than is absolutely necessary, no more than what he really has to. And so, they don't get any credit, but they can get thrown under the bus, but they don't get any credit.
When it comes to putting out stories to draw attention from a more disastrous one, LeBron is second only to you-know-who. But LeBron being unhappy when he isn't the center of attention isn't something new. What the McMenamin story exposes for me is the dubious perspective of the people around him. All of us need our significant others, our colleagues, our friends, to save us from our worst impulses at times. We all have times where we feel compelled to say or do something that in hindsight isn't wise to say or do. That's when we need someone to pull us up and let us know that we might want to think twice about what we are about to say or do. Or if we've already said or done it, suggest that we not repeat it or keep it on the down low.
And see, this is one thing that I said this in previous videos. It don't seem to me like LeBron James have somebody that is like an image consultant, right? A publicist or something like that, because you know that his friends are not really advising him. He's allowed to go on and make the same mistakes over and over, or he'll make moves based on what he want to do, and he think that he has the leverage, and he thinks that because he has a manager and all this other stuff that he can, or he has access to social media and podcasts, that he can kind of dictate or control the brand or the image that's out there, and it's not working for him. That's why I say the closer LeBron James get to retirement, like the more and more these type of stories will come out, and the more and more people will push back against LeBron James. And I just think that, and Ric Bucher is going to touch on this more. I just think it's hurt his legacy where he didn't build any goodwill with the 23 years that he played in the league. He didn't take that opportunity to build any goodwill and to develop relationships outside of basketball that is going to serve him when he get off of the court.
Instead, LeBron's circle not only didn't offer a different perspective when it came to him being upset over not getting the game ball or feeling unappreciated because the Lakers are catering to their future, which also ignores the fact that the Lakers were at their best when Luka and Austin were the main cogs and LeBron accepted that supporting role. Those close to him apparently felt LeBron's hissy fit was warranted and told McMenamin about it so the world would know how the Lakers were mistreating the king. The reality is, LeBron's demand to be treated a certain way because of what he has done is not how the NBA works. It's about what you're capable of doing and what it costs to have you do it. The cost isn't just about your salary either. It's about what it's like to spend 7 months of the year with you, the demands that you make, the expectations that you might have. Are you high maintenance or low maintenance?
And see, that's very important, right? Because LeBron James is, he's entitled and he's the face of the league. He is, he is high maintenance, and he burned bridges like that. When a lot of times when you have leverage, it's not necessary to use that leverage. You want to show people some type of grace and respect, and then when you don't have the leverage, maybe people will return that favor. But if you have leverage and you are a jerk to people, and those kind of stories get out, and then people are going to treat you accordingly. As a matter of fact, people can't wait until you don't have leverage so they can, assert themselves when it comes to you. And so, but LeBron James, for some reason, he don't really think about that. And he think that because he had 4 championships, that's going to mean something, like once he leave the basketball court, and it's not. It won't mean anything. And so LeBron James, once his playing career over, he will get his wake-up call.
LeBron would engender an incredible amount of goodwill if he accepted that third option role and a contract commensurate with someone in that role. Will he? I don't know. But based on the McMenamin story, it doesn't sound as if his inner circle is going to push him.
All right. So I agree that LeBron James, he had the opportunity, just like what Ric Bucher just said, he had the opportunity to ingratiate himself to people and to be able to have relationships beyond the basketball court. But instead, he chose to be high maintenance. He chose to use his leverage whenever he could. You know, Ric Bucher even described LeBron James as throwing hissy fits when the Lakers didn't, act like they appreciated the fact that he played that third role, on the team. Whereas though he played that third role out of necessity. He's no longer in a lot of people's opinion, and at least the Lakers' opinion, for him to carry the team. Only reason why he had to step up to that first role in the playoffs is because the Lakers had no other choice. Luka was hurt, Austin was hurt, so LeBron James had to step up. They wasn't going to, make it Marcus Smart or Roy Hachimura, so it had to be LeBron James. you know, like I said, LeBron James, he really, and it's going to show once his career is over with, once he's done playing basketball. If people think that LeBron James is getting a lot of pushback right now, and there are a lot of stories about LeBron James, I mean, I think it's like the floodgates are going to be open as soon as LeBron James retire and he's no longer in the league. That's when his wake up call is going to come, you know. And that's, you know, unfortunately, it'll be too late for LeBron James. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, I'm going to check you all out in the next video. Peace.